You leave the conversation and your hands are shaking. No one yelled, no one insulted you directly, but somehow you feel drained, empty, like something was taken from you. Then it starts replaying in your head, I was just joking. You're too sensitive. I'm only saying this because I care about you. It sounds like concern, but it feels like poison. You've met these people. The coworker who smiles while quietly destroying your work, the partner who makes you question your own memory, the family member who uses guilt like a weapon. They don't attack loudly, they attack precisely and invisibly, and you keep losing to them for one simple reason. You're playing by the rules of decency while they're playing by the rules of power. You bring empathy into a power struggle, honesty into manipulation, kindness into a game designed to exploit it. That's why you feel drained. That's why you feel used. Because to them, you're not a person. You're a resource, your attention, your reactions, your emotions. That's what they feed on. And as long as you keep trying to be good, you will stay their target. But what if that stops today? What if you stop trying to be liked and start becoming unshakable? What if you could look a manipulator in the eye and make them uncomfortable? Say nothing and still win. This is not about becoming toxic. It's about understanding the game behind behavior. A long time ago, Robert Greene studied the same patterns. He didn't write about how people should act. He exposed how they actually act. And one truth stands above all. Power doesn't go to the kind, it goes to the aware. Today, you're going to see the game clearly. We're going to break down the hidden tactics toxic people use, and I'm going to give you the exact psychological weapons to neutralize them. Most people won't use them. They'd rather stay nice and keep losing. But you're still here, which means something in you is done being drained. By the end of this, you won't just handle toxic people. You'll become someone they can't touch. And once you see this clearly, you can never go back. Let's begin. Before you can win, you need to understand what you're actually fighting. And here's the truth. It's not a person, it's a pattern. You think they're hurting you because of emotions, but they're operating on a completely different system. Robert Greene described it perfectly. People are driven by fear and self-interest, not fairness. Your mistake is projection. You assume they think like you. You believe if you explain your pain, they'll understand. If you show kindness, they'll return it. But they won't, because to them, interaction is not connection, it's extraction. Your attention, your reactions, your emotions, that's what they're taking from you. Every time you explain yourself, you give them ammunition. Every time you get angry, you give them control. Because nothing makes them feel more powerful than knowing they can affect your state with a single sentence. That's why trying to fix them is a trap. You're trying to heal someone who benefits from your weakness. If you treat a snake like a puppy, don't be surprised when it bites you. The shift starts here. You have to kill the part of you that needs approval, the part that wants to be liked, because that is exactly what they use against you. This is not about being right. It's about being in control of yourself. Because the moment you react emotionally, you lose. So how do you win? You become unreadable. You become a void. As Robert Greene said, everyone sees what you appear to be, but few experience what you really are. And toxic people rely on reading you, mapping your insecurities, testing your reactions. Your defense is simple but powerful. Give them nothing. When they provoke you, don't explain. Don't defend. Don't react. When they insult you, stay neutral. When they guilt trip you, say, I understand you feel that way, and stop. This is not weakness, this is controlled silence. Because toxic people need friction. They need you to push back so they can push harder. But when you remove yourself from the equation, they collapse. Like leaning on a wall that suddenly disappears, they fall on their own. Imagine this. A coworker like Mark throws a subtle attack in a meeting. I guess some of us leave early while others actually work. He wants a reaction. He wants you to defend yourself, to look emotional, to lose control in front of everyone. But this is where you change the game. The Robert Greene move is simple. You pause, let the silence stretch. Make it uncomfortable for him, not you. Then calmly say, interesting perspective, and continue like nothing happened. That's it. No defense, no emotion. And in that moment, you win, because you didn't give him fuel. You made his attack look small without even fighting it. This is the power of indifference. An insult means they got to you. Indifference means they don't exist. And nothing frustrates a toxic person more than feeling invisible. They rely on your reaction, your anger, your need to prove yourself. Remove that and they collapse. At first, they won't stop. They'll push harder, get louder, more aggressive. This is the breaking point, the moment most people fail. But this is actually the moment you're winning. Their system is glitching because nothing is working anymore. Stay calm, stay empty. Eventually they move on because toxic people are lazy. They look for easy targets, not walls they can't break. And here's where it goes deeper. Silence is not just about reactions, it's about information. Every time you open up, every secret, every fear, every complaint, you are giving them future weapons. To you, it feels like connection. To them, it's leverage. That's why you must become controlled, selective, hard to read. When they ask how you are, don't give them access. Just say, I'm good, busy, and move on. Be polite, but vague. This confuses them because they can't control what they can't understand. Stop sharing your plans, your struggles, your next moves, because once they know, they interfere. They twist your words, they use your past against you. Toxic people are data collectors. They store everything for the right moment. But if you give them nothing, they have nothing to use. Yes, it feels strange at first, like you're being distant or secretive, but this is not weakness, this is protection. In nature, camouflage is survival. You don't stand out. You don't expose yourself. You move quietly. The less they know about you, the less power they have over you. And that's the shift. You stop being emotional, predictable and open, and you become calm, unreadable and controlled. That's when the game flips. Think of it like poker. You don't show your cards to someone who's been cheating all night. You hold them close, and no matter how much they try to provoke you, you give them nothing. When they say, you've been quiet lately, we're drifting apart. That's not concern, it's a bait. They want you to explain, to open up, to expose yourself. Don't just say, I've been focused on work. How's your new car? And shift the spotlight back to them. Let them talk. Toxic people love talking. While they talk, you observe. You gather information, and you stay protected. That's power. You know more about them than they know about you. Now take it further. When they attack you, don't resist. Use their force against them. This is psychological judo. Robert Greene understood that ego is the weakness of every manipulator. They expect you to argue, to defend, to push back. So instead you agree, not with guilt, but with control. If someone says you're such a disappointment, the normal reaction is to fight back and lose hours in argument. The power move is simple. You're right. Maybe I don't show up as much as you'd like. Then silence. No apology, no explanation. Just agreement. And suddenly the fight dies, because they have nothing to push against. Same thing when someone says, you're acting crazy. Don't defend, just say, I can see why you'd think that, and stop. You acknowledge their perception without accepting their control. This confuses them, frustrates them, breaks their rhythm. They can't fight someone who isn't fighting back. You become impossible to pin down, and that's the goal. You're not there to prove you're right. You're there to protect your energy. Every argument you enter is a loss, even if you win, because you've already paid with your time, your focus, your peace. So stop trying to win arguments and start ending them. Let them think they won. Let them have the small victory. Because while they're busy celebrating, you've already walked away with something bigger, your control. This requires killing your ego, because your ego wants justice, wants to prove a point, wants to be understood. But real power doesn't need validation. As Robert Greene teaches, the wise choose the lesser evil, and the lesser evil is letting them believe they've won, while you quietly take back your peace. You've learned how to act in front of them. Now here's the real weapon, your absence. Robert Greene said it clearly. Absence increases value, and in toxic dynamics, it becomes both your shield and your weapon. If you're always available, always replying, always showing up, you become predictable, and predictable people get used. But the moment you pull back, delay replies, skip unnecessary meetings, stop being emotionally available, you disrupt their control. Suddenly they notice, where have you been? Why are you ignoring me? That's the shift. You calmly respond, just been busy, and move on. No explanation, no emotion. This is how you train people that access to you is not a right, it's a privilege. Think of it like a castle. You've kept the gate open for years while they walked in, they wanted and left. Now you raise the drawbridge. They will complain. They will guilt you. They will try to force their way back in. Let them. Because for the first time, you're safe. The truth is simple. The more you need someone, the more power they have over you. The less you need them, the more invisible you become to their control. And once you truly detach from their opinion, their power disappears. But understand this. Sometimes distance isn't enough. Sometimes they push harder, they corner you, they escalate. And in those moments, you don't just withdraw, you end it. Most people make the mistake of half measures, small reactions, passive aggression, weak complaints. That doesn't stop toxic people, it provokes them. It gives them a reason to come back stronger. If you act decisively. You don't fight to hurt, you fight to neutralize. Because in the game of power, small attacks create enemies, but decisive moves end them. You don't beat a toxic person with force, you beat them with exposure. They survive in subtlety, in fake jokes, in polite manipulation, because they rely on one thing, that you won't make it awkward. So you flip it. When they throw a disguised insult, don't laugh, don't react emotionally. Just look at them and calmly ask, "What do you mean by that?" Then stay silent. Let the room feel it. They'll panic, backtrack. "I was just joking." And you press again. "I understand, but explain the joke." Now, the pressure is on them, so you've dragged them out of the shadows and into the spotlight. And that's where they collapse. Because toxic people can't survive clarity. Robert Greene understood this. Once you expose the mask, the power disappears. And when you do this once or twice, they learn something dangerous. You're not easy to play with anymore. But it doesn't stop there. In serious situations, you don't argue. You document. Toxic people are better at twisting words, so you move the game to paper. Emails, records, proof. Just confirming what was said. That one sentence destroys manipulators because now they can't rewrite reality. They will try to avoid it, call you instead, pressure you, but you stay disciplined. No calls, only records. This is not conversation anymore, this is checkmate. And here's the rule, never threaten, never announce your move. Weak people warn, strong people act. File the complaint, send the email, make the move quietly, because the most powerful strike is the one they don't see coming. Now, when they lose control, they switch tactics, the smear campaign. They try to destroy your reputation because they can't control you directly. Most people panic here. They defend, explain, chase approval, and lose. You don't, you do the opposite. You stay consistent, calm, professional, stable. Let your behavior speak louder than their lies. Because over time, people notice the pattern. One person talking chaos, one person staying grounded, and slowly the truth flips. They look unstable, not you. This is long-term power. You don't fight their narrative, you outlive it. You don't attack them back, you let them expose themselves. Because toxic people always self-destruct. They burn bridges, they overplay their hand, they reveal who they are. Your only job is to stay out of the explosion. Stay quiet, stay controlled, and let them dig their own grave. There comes a point where the only winning move is not to play. Robert Greene wrote about war, but he also wrote about conserving resources. There is no glory in fighting a battle that yields no profit. If a person drains your energy, stifles your growth, and brings you only misery, there is no strategy that will fix them. You cannot strategize a cancer into a healthy organ. You must cut it out, but you must do it correctly. Most people leave messily. They have a big blowout fight. They break up and get back together 5 times. They leave the door cracked open just in case. This is not leaving. This is pausing the torture. The Robert Greene exit is total. It is cold, it is final, and it is silent. You do not announce your departure. You do not write a long letter explaining your feelings. They don't care about your feelings. They only care that they are losing a possession. You simply cease to exist in their world. Block the number. Block the social media. Route the emails to trash. Change the locks. When you disappear without a word, you rob them of their closure. Toxic people need the last word. They need to feel like they won the breakup, or that they are the victim of your cruelty. Silence gives them neither. It leaves them with a question mark that will haunt them for years. Why did they leave? Did they ever care? What are they doing now? And while they are haunted, you are building. The best revenge is not revenge. Revenge proves you are still thinking about them. The best revenge is apathy and ascension. Succeed, get fit, make money, find love that is gentle and safe. Do it for yourself, not to show them. But know that somewhere in the dark corners of the internet, they are watching. And nothing burns a toxic person more than seeing their victim thrive without them. It proves their deepest fear: they were not essential. You were the sun. They were just a cloud passing in front of it. Now the cloud is gone and you are shining. Robert Greene said, "It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. It is not the relationship that defined you. It was you that gave value to the relationship. Take your value back." So where does this leave us? We have walked through the darkness. We have picked up the weapons of silence, ambiguity, and strategic aggression. Some of you might feel uncomfortable. Is this manipulation? Is this cold? Let me ask you a question. Is a surgeon cruel for cutting open a patient to remove a tumor? Is a soldier cruel for shooting a terrorist to save a hostage? You have been a hostage to your own empathy for too long. You have treated your kindness like a weakness, handing it out to people who use it as a weapon against you. Robert Greene wasn't a villain. He was a realist. He wanted to protect the state from chaos. You are the state. Your mind is the kingdom. When you adopt these strategies, you are not becoming a bad person. You are becoming a formidable person. There is a difference. A harmless person is not good. They are just helpless. A formidable person who chooses to be kind, that is true virtue. You are building a wall so that you can plant a garden behind it. Without the wall, the garden is trampled. Without the Robert Greene armor, your empathy is destroyed. By learning the dark, you protect the light. You are no longer a leaf blowing in the wind of other people's emotions. You are the wind. You are the architect of your own reality. When you walk into a room now, you see the strings. You see the games and you smile. Not because you are playing, but because you know you don't have to. You have beaten them at their own game by transcending it. But freedom has a cost. I told you I would give you the tools, but I didn't tell you how heavy they are. When you see the truth about human nature, the envy, the greed, the manipulation, it can be lonely. You will lose friends who only liked you when you were weak. You will alienate family members who rely on your submission. You will stand apart. The air is thinner up here, but the view is clear. You are now awake, and you can never go back to sleep. The question is, what will you build now that you are free? If you're still here, you're not like the others. Subscribe if you haven't.